Lesson 10. Phrasal verbs for computers. Isabel wants to print out a flyer for her book club. The phrasal verb print out simply means to transfer a document or photo from a computer to a piece of paper using a printer. The first question Julia asks is if the printer is plugged in. That means connected to the source of electricity. The opposite of plugged in is not plugged out, as you might imagine. It's unplugged. She also asks if the printer is hooked up to the computer. This means connected to the computer. Isabel says that Julia's brother set up the new printer yesterday. The phrasal verb set up means to assemble, install, and put in place so that it is functional. But when Isabel tries to print out the flyer, an error message pops up. To pop up means to appear suddenly and/or unexpectedly. When you're on the internet, it's common for advertisements to pop up. They need to install some updates, but the computer locks up in the middle of the process. If a computer locks up, it means the computer stops responding, and the screen freezes, stops moving, so that you can't move the mouse or type anything. The only solution is to shut down the computer and restart it. To shut down a computer or another machine means to turn it off. Julia mentions that someone recently hacked into her computer. To hack into is to gain access to a computer, system, network, or database illegally or without authorization. The hacker erased all the data on Julia's laptop, but fortunately she had a backup of her files. To back up data means to make an electronic copy of it, to be kept in reserve in case there's an emergency and the original data is lost. The verb for this action is 2 words, and the noun, which refers to the copy, is 1 word. When the computer finishes booting up, Isabel successfully prints out her document. To boot up means to turn a computer on and start operating it. Boot up and shut down are opposites. Isabel also needs help buying a pair of boots at an online store. First, she logs into the website. She accesses it with a password. The opposite of log in is log out. There are also 2 phrasal verbs, log on and log off. These are usually used when accessing a system, network, or the internet in general. Log in and log out usually refer to password-protected areas of specific websites. However, they are often used interchangeably. To see the pictures better, Julia teaches Isabel how to zoom in. The phrasal verb zoom in means to magnify an image. The opposite is zoom out. Both these phrasal verbs are also used with cameras, when you adjust the camera to view the image from closer or farther away. After choosing a pair of boots, Isabel needs to check out. This phrasal verb is used for the process of finalizing and paying for your purchase in both online and offline shopping. She needs to type in her address and credit card number. The verb type means to write on a computer using the keyboard, so type in means to use the keyboard to write information in a particular space on the screen. Julia then tells her to scroll down. This means to move down on the page. The opposite is scroll up. Isabel says she messed up because she got another error message. To mess up or screw up means to make a mistake. Both of these phrasal verbs are used for mistakes in general, not only for computers. Screw up is a little stronger and may not be okay in a professional context. But Julia helps her mom finish the purchase successfully, and Isabel says, "I knew I could count on you." To count on someone means to depend on that person. That's 16 phrasal verbs about computers. Now scroll down to do the exercises. If you mess up, I'll send you corrections. Log in tomorrow for Lesson 11.